Great to see you. Hello there and welcome to Herman Manyora's YouTube channel. It is always a pleasure, it is always a joy, it is always a privilege to have you joining us every single day for these conversations for this country. I'm here with Herman Manyora. Prof, great to see you.
Yes.
I'm talking about Professor Makau Mutua. He actually wrote an article saying he cannot work with President William Ruto. Now,
and excuse him while he laughs.
Yes, excuse me while
I laugh.
And now, he's a senior advisor to the president in State House, advising the president on legal affairs. Is this what we are going to see with the likes of you, who say now, we are very transformative, we cannot work with someone who doesn't
I have not
listen.
said I cannot work with anybody.
You have said you cannot work with someone who doesn't listen, but...
No, you didn't get me right.
Yes.
If you give me a job and I feel I'll be serving my country, I'll take the job on the basis of serving my country. But if I get a job and it becomes impossible for me to work, I'll leave. I will not be like others who remain to eat the salary. That's what I said.
Let me ask you, there are a lot of cabinet secretaries. There are permanent secretaries. There are civil servants working for government. What is the need for advisors, especially advisors in every single docket?
You see, I thought you wanted to ask me about Makau Mutua. You see, there's nothing wrong with Makau Mutua saying he wants to work for Ruto and then working for him. There have been classic examples. Makau Mutua is a small person. Even George Bush, he dismissed, was it Reagan or something? I am getting lost. Yeah, Reagan. Reagan or, yeah, I think it was Reagan. Reagan. Yeah, I think it was Reagan. He dismissed him. And he called his economics Bordeaux economics. But he became his running mate and became vice president of America, George Bush. Even people like Rubio are now working for Trump. Is that right?
Yes.
Marco Rubio. If you followed the debate in 2016, the way Trump used to talk about those guys, yes. Cruz and they were his competitors. So that's normal. It's normal to be opposed to somebody and later work with him or for him. It's normal to say, I can never work with this man, but work with. That's normal. What is not normal is for somebody of Makau's stature to accept an appointment like that at a time like this. You see? That's what is not normal. First of all, Makau is fully aware the country is mad. He knows what the people of this country are feeling about appointments like those. To accept an appointment like that from Makau is really bad. First of all, he doesn't need a job. I would need it maybe, because I would need that salary, if it's me. He doesn't. He knows the president promised Kenyans that he will cut down advisors to the minimal possible number. Instead, he has been adding and adding. Makau also knows. Everybody knows these advisors are not going there as advisors. It's jobs they are being given. It's a reward. How can he take a job like that? And finally, Makau is so close to Raila. He's already part of the system. His input is already there. He sits with Raila. They figure out what to do. By the time Raila is talking with Ruto about things, Makau's input is there. So did he have to make it public?
What is this thing about
Did he have to make it public?
What is the thing about titles?
Yeah, title. This country, people are willing to die and do ridiculous things just because to be called something. Titles. We are a country of titles, not work, because he's already working. I know Makau Mutua and I know Raila. I know them.
Yes.
And I know they are together. His input is already there. So what is this title of advisor Makau Mutua must do to irritate Kenyans?
When you say input, you mean he's earning from his advice?
Of course he must be earning, and you can't be for free.
And therefore, now...
Also, what is it you want? You just want to have it on your CV. Does Makau Mutua still bother about his CV? There's no space to add anything on his CV. How cheap can some people get? I think Makau Mutua is my friend, but he has become a big disappointment, a serious disappointment. There's no space for Makau Mutua to add on his CV. If there was going to be reorganization of government, which people have been expecting, for Raila to firmly get into government, whether now or 2027 or whatever it is, there are spaces Makau Mutua can occupy. substantive positions he can occupy, and I will support it because I know he's a brain. He will make a contribution to this country.
Attorney General, he can be
Attorney
one.
General, whatever, Chief Justice, there are things he can do. The really presidential advisor on something. Not these ones kujaza pale sababu ya appointment, sababu ya kazi, sababu ya titles. No, hapana.
What is the need of a legal advisor when you have the Attorney General?
That is the question you must ask yourself. Because they are not advisors to advise the president. They are people who are being rewarded, given jobs to earn salaries, not to work for any. There's no work for them to do, which is really sad for Makau Mutua to accept. Something else before you ask your question.
Yes.
Don't forget your question. But you are young. You see, when you are, I keep telling people like Orengo, Raila, now Makau Mutua. I want to add Makau Mutua there. When there is a struggle, there are beacons of the struggle. You get it? People associate the struggle with certain individuals. For those individuals to fall by the wayside for cheap things is not only a disappointment, but it can break the movement. It can break the people. It's easy for people to give up. And I've said this about Orengo, and I'm very happy it has come out now. I've said, you see, you are not just Orengo. You are not just Raila. You are the symbol of hope for the people. So when you fall by the wayside for cheap things like this one of Makau Mutua, you break people's hearts. And people can easily give up. And it's better for people to have a defined struggle than for people to give up and enter into a stupid revolution as a last resort. Organized struggle is good because however long it takes, we will get there. And the Macaus of this country, the Orengos and the rest, give people hope that we will get there. But once you kill that hope, people can do things in a crude manner. And you find you are sending the country into anarchy and destruction. Because people have lost hope. Anything can do. So for Macau, I think it's a very bad thing.
What do you think about bloated government, as media puts it? Now we have so many advisors. And even as you answer me that, we also have the son of Oburu Odinga now as a senior advisor.
Look.
What do you make about this government?
First of all, many of the people called advisors cannot advise anybody on anything, including how to tie shoelaces. They're just empty, so they can't advise you on anything. Which goes to show you and to confirm that it's just about a job. It's just about a reward. And how can Makau Mutua join such a train of joyriders, or people who are looking for a job? Makau Mutua is beyond a job. He's an institution. How do you introduce yourself to queue on the same line with the Jaoko Oburu? It's called, how? Look at the people, the so-called advisors. How would Makau feel sitting in the same room with the people like those? Now there's a meeting of advisors. How would Makau Mutua feel? He might just have to pull David Ndei aside and they begin to chat, and this was continue with the meeting. Because there will only be David Ndei and him there. The rest are just jokers. I may have my reservations about David Ndei, but he's a brain. He's an intellectual. Yeah.
So you now, I was asking you, President had said he will cut down on advisors.
Then he is pumping more. And as he's pumping those more, one of those being pumped in is Makau Mutua. It's a disaster. It's a disaster, Makau Mutua.
So what are you telling Kenyans?
I'm telling Kenyans,
no hope?
No, don't lose hope. It will work. One day it will work. Don't lose hope. These are your children. One person I don't want to mention, he told me, Manyora, you are right. Politics has become too transactional. The trappings, the titles, the money, the good things, the traveling, few can resist. I'm on the other side of the road, I know. I look across the road and I see the good things there. And I understand why people are willing even to be crushed
to get to the other side.
to get there. Trailer inakuja mbio, imeweka matana, wewe unavuka uingie ngambo ile. I know, I understand.
Yes.
I understand. I'm not naive. I understand. I know the things I would need to have and I don't have. And I understand when the people are willing to sacrifice everything, including dignity, including everything they have worked for. All their lives, now they are in their 60s and 70s. They are willing to sacrifice all that. Kuvuka barabara ile, waitwe we ni fulani, pesa ni aina fulani, iko driver, iko gari,
picha na rais.
Picha na raisi. Oh, I'm heading to State House. Just nimeitwa State House, please. Let's continue later. Such. I thank God he never gave me such a small brain. I thank God. Thank God. There are many things I wish I was given by God. But the bit of not being small, God, I thank you for that. I'm not small. I cannot cross the road at all costs to go there so that I have a driver, so that I'm called sir. I will not.
Thank you, sir, for this conversation. Have yourself a lovely rest of your day.